Hello and welcome to White Horse Music TV! My name is Richard Bodina and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Bodina, who's not here holding the camera today. It's a music stand, nothing like my wife. Today I'm going to be showing some half-size cellos to Elli. Now Elli has a daughter who has a quarter-size cello and she's upgrading to a half-size, and they have decided that they want to get one that's a bit better than the basic sort of cellos out there. And so I have some cellos that are interesting to show her. Now this first one is a Scott Chow cello, but it's not just a Scott Chow cello, it's a Scott Chow cello that we at White Horse Music have made the parts for. So they originally come with very low quality parts, and we've carved a new French bridge out of much higher quality wood and carved it in such a way that it vibrates just the right way to make it sound really nice. And also we've carved it so it's easier to play on the individual strings. We've planed the fingerboard so the playing is really smooth up the strings. We've made a new sound post inside, because that can change the balance of the strings and also can change the sound just dramatically as well. We've put on a new better quality tailpiece. We've refitted the peg so it's less likely to slip out of tune. We've lowered this bit, the nut, so the strings are not too high and so they're not sort of cutting into your fingers as you're trying to play. We've spent hours making all of those parts for the cello, and we do that for every single cello, and I don't mention it enough, and so now I'm mentioning it. So there you go. So this first one, Scott Chow SCC30 cello. It's beautiful sort of walnutty colour. You'll see little scratches here and there because it's made to look antiqued. It's sort of, a little bit faded away to the flanks, the varnish there, just to make it look like it's an old cello. And a lot of cellos these days are like that. They try to make them look like old famous cellos. So that is Scott Chow, and I'll play it in a sec. Cello number 2 looks quite different. Look at this. This is a Struna master cello. The Struna cellos are antique cellos, copies of famous antique ones, and they use different sort of like varnishing technique. They have this sort of like spirit varnish underneath, and then they have an oil varnish over the top, which is faded away to make it look like it's 300 years old or so. So really antiqued. And I think just really beautifully done. The other thing they do is they use very old wood as well. And so this is old Russian spruce on the front here. Once again, set up at White Horse Music by myself with all of the better parts and everything. So that's Struna Master. And this one here. You may say, oh my gosh, that looks very similar to that Struna Master one, and you would be right. This is a haide cello. Haide is a famous brand, made in China, and designed by Ifshin Violins in conjunction with a famous Chinese luthier, and they are quite famous. Like, you see a lot of these on websites around the world because they are astoundingly beautifully made, similar, very, very similar in fact to the Struna Master in the way they're made. This one happens to be a second-hand one, so we're going to play that one as well. Alright, so I'll go in the same order as I mentioned them. This first one is the Scott Chow SCC30. Let's give it a try. Yeah, you can hear it still ringing. It's got a lot of depth for a half-size cello, and I like depth in small cellos because the full-size cellos tend to sound the best because sort of that's the way the size that a cello is supposed to be able to have that much depth. And we're really, with little ones, we're always trying to get that nice deep sound, and I think that has a really nice deep sound for a half size. I'll play a little bit of my bark thing on here. Okay, it's nice and it's nice and deep, but it's also crisp and nice. Yeah, deep and crisp equals dist, apparently. Now, cello number 2, let's see how this one compares. I'll pull out the pin a bit further because I am too big for these half-size cellos. Let's give this one a go. Okay, that's nice and deep, but it's also sort of woody sounding or something, and it also has heaps of ring. Very, very deep. It's surprisingly deep considering this is, even though they're all half sizes vary in size a little bit. So this one is not quite as deep, deep not as in sound, but deep this way, as the other 2 cellos that I'm showing, and is a little tiny bit narrower here. Still half size. Half size really refers to the length of the body there, but just slightly different dimensions makes it a little bit more comfortable, possibly for smaller humans. So that is Struna Master. And next up we have J Haide, second hand. Let's give it a try. Beautiful sound as well. I looked over towards the Struna Master because it was quite similar in its sort of sound. It's quite deep and nice, really full throughout the middle strings, and rings really beautifully. Now what I'll do is I'll play each one straight after each other without muttering my mutterances in between each one. And I'll answer that phone. All right, here we go. I'm going to play them without mutterances. In fact, I might play the Barky thing. That was the Scotch Owl. There's the Struna Master. Gosh, they're all so beautiful. I think, Elli, you should buy all 3 of them. Please advise Elli down below in comments which ones she should buy. Thanks for watching. Bye.